wouldn't say it was like, it left a bitter taste or anything, nothing like that, but it just felt like such hard work for me and Claire. I mean, we literally had enough volunteers for the judging and that was it, and we had a load of first-time volunteers, so you know that what we'd normally do is pair them up with an experienced judge and let them get some experience first. So there was various judges getting bits wrong, which happens, it's a sport. I mean, you've got a referee for each lane, but that led to an abnormally high level of queries about scores and stuff like that.
This is where the legend begins. This is where the legend begins. This is where the legend.
How are all these judges getting this wrong? Is this not just people chancing it, do you think?
Were they the first ones back or not? Because they said they were the first ones back, but should he have written a 4 instead?
I think at one point I had this one team stood around me, backed me into a corner, shouting in my face. I had absolutely no idea what the problem was. They didn't take a breath to explain to me what their issue was so that I could sort it.
Where they were supposed to be?
No, well, she was just with the sled because we were on the side closest to the seating, so she was just judging the sled. So by the time I got round.
So it'll be on their scorecard, right?
Yeah, well, we signed it, so I guess we can't.
Yeah, so the judge should stay where they are, but if they've gone down.
So she was at the other end of the clone.
That's fine.
Can you go over and speak to that judge?
Yeah.
You saw that one.
Who is it?
So those scorecards I sent you.
Yeah, sorry.
They're the ones.
So.
Happy to finish the run after that, sort of to be fair, but.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about it, so.
We can get the leaderboard up on this computer.
Right.
Or should we go over there?
Do you have enough judges?
There's
only got 12.
There's like another 8 heats or so on.
They might have spare judges over there.
Yeah, see if they've got something.
Yeah.
See if you can get one from equipment that feels confident.
Yeah.
You just need one person, really. And then can we just hide? Anyway.
Get under one of these tablecloths.
I'm 100% ready to.
In more positive news, Sam is smashing her first floor that she's doing on her own.
So if we tie them two, then they can't really argue. It's like, look, we've taken a deduction off because.
We're gonna have to we'll just have to wait till they come over, I guess.
But it'll still leave them with a first, second, and second. That's as fair as we can do it. Yeah. You think we have scope? I don't care if it puts us behind to get all the judges in after this and just say, guys, can you please remember these scorecards are going back to somebody that hasn't seen the workout, doesn't know what it is. If you're not clear with the score of putting it on, we are getting so much shit wrong and getting peppered with it. People are putting scorecards in where it's not clear whether it's a 7, a 9, a 5, and then also some are going in with no scorecard on.
I need judges, please.
Judges into Tom Stanners, please. And the wonderful Rick Hornsey. Look at him wearing his new t-shirt. Fresh off the press today. You can buy those from the Graft merch store. They're normally £50, but if you say my name, you can get them for like 30, I think. Judges, quick as you can. In you come, please, to Stanners.
Guys, is there any more?
In 3,
any more judges?
In 4, Tribe. In 5,
guys, it's not a massive one, but it's just obviously causing a lot of drama on the scoreboard, and not everybody's doing this at all, right? But with the scorecards, you can pretty much scribble wherever on it, but it's got to be clear on that end for somebody that hasn't seen the workout and done whatever, what score it is. There's some that are going in where the writing's not clear, so we don't know whether it's a 7 or a 9, whether it's a 5, and also it's not getting ticked off on a tally thing, so we don't have any, like if it's ticked off as in, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, we know it's 17, but nothing's ticked off, and then there's a random kind of scoring that's not making sense. So just when you do it, I know what it's like judging, I've done shitloads of it, and you scribble all over the fucking thing, but then you know it's going to get handed to somebody else, so just write it really clear, like you're writing it like a 6-year-old learning to write again, so it's perfect picture, like a computer's done it, and there's no questions for them, because they're getting absolutely bombarded, because what happens is everyone leaves here all hyper, looks on the leaderboard, their score's wrong, and they've got like 50 odd people queuing up at them that are just putting a score in that they see on a sheet, but they're getting peppered with it. So can we just try and make sure that just an extra couple of seconds to get it really clear for them?
So we just put a tally as normal, then just put the overall score at the end?
Overall score, so like tally there, overall score, nice and clear. And if you can, again, when you're doing stuff, it just helps little bits, like if you put your judge's name on nice and clear, so we're not like, who the fuck has done that one? Do you know what I mean? So we can just clearly see and come out and ask you. That's all, guys. Stuff goes wrong, it doesn't really matter, but we can work it out faster, okay? Thank you, Tom. Cheers, Phil.
Was that really getting iPads for all the judges next? Oh, sweet! Let's go!
We are, mate, but we're just not paying you. I'm going to pay you with all the iPad boxes.
I was going to say, I ain't going to get you many iPads. Make a little bail.
Yeah.
Okay, judges to lanes.
Right, back to fixing this again. Shit. Thought I knew what I was doing. I don't. Players just asking you, ask all the judges to look at the clock, but obviously you can't from here, can you? You just need to make sure they're being accurate with their stopwatches.
I don't see how they can't be though.
I don't know, mate, but I'm just.
No, I know,
I'm stuck in the middle as well. I know. Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
Because all I can do is rely them to start and stop it.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I don't get how athletes are fucking.
But they're signing the sheets. So they just go, you've got this and this. They go, yeah, right.
Is anybody able to help us with the scoring queries for the track?
I'm heading over now. I'll come and help.
I quit.
Well, so do I.
Part of me's joking, part of me's not.
How are all these judges getting this wrong? Is this not just people chancing it, do you think?
These guys said that they were the first ones back, but Ash is good, so we need to check with Ash. Were they the first ones back or not? Because they said they were the first ones back, but like, should he have written a 4 instead? Is my thinking, instead of the 5?
Is that just one issue? The rest of the 5
I just was comparing it to the others.
Yeah. Okay.
This, so far she's got all of these scores wrong, but that's fine, we've sorted that, it's just double. But they have said that they beat this team back. The judge wasn't looking at the clock, she was over judging the slab pulls. She wasn't anywhere near the clock, so she's written down what she's seen on the clock when she actually checked it.
But they've got stopwatches, they don't even need to be near the clock. Where do you want to go? Should we just fuck off? Sophie can deal with this, I think.
I'm getting under the table and I'm gonna have a nap.
I think there's enough money in the bank just to like fuck off for a week, so that's my solution.
Just tired.
Right, I'll go over and check everything. It just looks like judges are putting stuff down wrong. Just getting confused. It's unfortunately it's the drama with this as a sport. Is if you think about it, you play football or rugby or netball, hockey, whatever it is, you've got one ref that everyone hates anyway because they're the ones that's got to make the calls on it, and they're usually a professional or they've done it for a lot of training and stuff like that. And then you bring it into the realms of this where you've got, say, 12 lanes, so 12 athletes or 12 teams, all with their own opinions of what they're doing. 12 judges that are complete, for half of it, like complete novices trying to do the best. Head judges going round, like communication differences and things like that. And every discrepancy comes to us to try and somehow, even though we've not seen the workout and don't know what it is, to somehow come up with a conclusion that's fair and works for everyone. So we've got a couple of discrepancies here where people are saying they definitely beat the team next to them, however on the scorecard it's not showing that. So now we need to do all the investigation work, but the judges might have forgotten by now because they've done extra heats. They might not even tell the truth because they might feel embarrassed. So somehow you've got to try and formulate your best version of what has gone on, try and come up with a conclusion that works, that's fair, and then even then, despite you going to all that work, someone's going to moan at you. Most rewarding job ever. Is there a possibility at all that was 4:23? Because they're saying that they beat everyone, this Cobra Kai, but all the others are 4 something. So it would make sense if that was 4:23, it'd tie with what they're saying.
I would have wrote down exactly what was on my thing, mate.
Yeah. Trust you, because you're a good un.
Bad egg, don't trust it.
But they just say all like they're saying that they definitely came in on the run first out of everybody. I mean, do you even remember that one, that workout?
I do kind of remember. I remember their t-shirts, but I can't. What was it? And then compete as well. That compete teams, Heat 4.
I'm gonna go watch John. Well done.
No, I would have wrote down exactly what was on there, mate.
Yeah. Oh, deep joy.
I can tell you, buddy.
Okay, pal, not a drama.
Sorry, mate.
That resolves that one. No answers.
And just as a note, I've not seen any team close to 4:20. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we've got 4:28. So what we're getting at is these could be wrong, but we're stuck not knowing which one's wrong. This is what it is, mate, if that's what it is. At the end of the day, they sign in for it, but we just try to, you know what it's like, we try to meet it and sort all that shit out.
They all think the runtime starts when they start running. They don't realise this is part of the runtime.
So what are they? So
they think that their runtime starts now.
No, but what? So they're going off somebody timing it, a mate timing it.
Yeah, off their own watches when they're running. So they're not including this pulling bit here. So when they're all kicking off, saying, yeah.
Throw them a headbutt.
So they're not including that. They're doing the sled pulls, then starting their watches as they start the run.
Yeah, and then they're saying.
They're kicking off on this.
Yeah.
Right, cool. All right, I'll go and argue that.
That's where the issue is.
Right, sound. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Woo! It's good enough for me.
Yeah, that's where the issue is.
Cool.
And I only know that because 3 athletes just came up to the end there and went, excuse me, my run time's slower. When does the run time start? And I went, from 3, 2, 1, go. And they went, that's what it is then.
Right, cool.
But
mystery solved.
We've just done it there where I was stood on 4 judges, Stanners was, Greedy was, Sophie was, to just watch to see if the judges are doing it right, and they were doing it fucking fine.
It's one of them where it's like, how can they be getting it wrong? They've got a fucking stopwatch.
Yeah. Like, and for it to be this many.
Yeah, cool.
But not understanding. That's why I just said to Sam, just let them know.
You told
3
Claire?
to 1 go. No, because I'd probably hit.
Claire, I've worked it out.
No, he hasn't. Shit. Go girls! Well done, PJ!
Yeah, Shan's managed to work out what's gone on, mate, with these scores, so we've got to the bottom of it.
Fuck me. I was like, something has to be going wrong with the athletes for it to be this big of an issue.
Yeah,
it
Claire
cannot be the guys.
That's what I was kind of saying, because I was like, even for some of them, like them end lanes, I was like, how are your athletes even looking at the fucking clock?
Yeah.
I was like, your judges can't see it. So that's why I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're all going off their own watch.
Right, got you.
Well, I just thought, right, we're going to get.
Where are we off straight back to Old Folks Home? Just
Nando's. I bet they're off to Nando's. They're off to Nando's.
Hotel bar.
Yeah, ball of red.
We've just run out of beer.
Where's Captain Wanker? I don't see him anymore. Have you binned him? Macca, have you binned him off?
Just more of a pain. Macca said
I hope it's mate.
So there you go, we are. Macca said that he's concentrating on the individual this year, so he went to Athens and bombed the foot. And now he's begging to be let in the team.
So long, loser. See you tomorrow, lads. Ta-da. So.
We get rich to fucking do something with them.
Well done. You knew I was going to sort it. So we're like, go, Shaz.
I have no idea which heats and that lot, so I'm just going to put them there.
Yeah, that's fine.
But have you explained what it was?
She said 1 minute.
1 minute. I'm just trying to sort out.
I'll come back in about 20 minutes now then, sorry. You have the time now or never?
Well done, mate.
Right, let's find Claire.
So we think all the scores are right, the times are right, but what's been happening is athletes have been starting their watches when they start the run, not when it's 3, 2, 1, go and they've got the sled pull by-in.
Oh, okay.
Which is what it is. So that's why athletes are coming back being like, that's not the score on my watch. And it's like, yeah, because you started your score on the run. You didn't count the buy-in. So we're sticking with the scores that are on the score sheets.
Perfect.
We've quizzed them, the judges are confident that they're right.
Yeah.
And now we've asked some of the athletes and they've said that. Yeah. So we're just doing it across the board. And
perfect, that's fine. So I think I've input most of these anyway.
So I just stood with 4, Stanley stood with 4, Greenie stood with 4, Sophie stood with 4, and we watched them, we didn't even say anything, we watched them and they did it perfect. I sorted it out, thank you, Shan. So what's happened is, they're starting the watches when they start the run, they're not including the sled.
There's a lot of things I want to say, but not on camera.
So yeah, it's done now.
What's up?
I think I just need a minute. No, I'm fine for now. And quite a lot of it was really unnecessary, sort of like a lot of bitchiness between different teams, like snitching on each other, or like I think I finished 0.002 seconds faster than the time I've got, even though that's not like something we do. And it was, our volunteers got spoken to, and us, really poorly. It's not something we've ever experienced at any event, but in particular Trinity, everyone's usually much more chilled. They're not competing for sort of like big cash prizes and things. Like compete is for money, but it's not, you know, considered like the top that we expect. You expect emotions to be high at like the Arnold's, not here. In either instance, it's just so unacceptable to speak to people like that, and it was really disheartening to sort of see volunteers crying and getting upset because they've given up their weekend and their time to come and put this event on so that athletes can have the opportunity to compete, and then they're just being spoken to like that. I think at one point, I had this one team stood around me, backed me into a corner, all lads. I'm 5'2", everyone's taller than me, but they were towering over me, shouting in my face. I had absolutely no idea what the problem was. They didn't take a breath to explain to me what their issue was so that I could sort it. Just shouted at me for like 5 minutes while I was like, lads, calm down. Didn't calm down, and then just went, oh, it doesn't fucking matter, and walked off. It's like, if they're doing that to me, they're obviously going to be doing that to the volunteers as well, and it's just so, it's horrible. One guy pushed 2 of the volunteers, well, one of the volunteers and one of the media team, and small women, a big tall guy, pushed him. For no reason, they were just walking past him and he shoved them because he was angry. And it's like, attitudes like that is just, it was insane. It was bizarre.
Is there an ice pack in there or a med that can come out to the track? Brooks pulled the sled over her foot and it's caught the back of her foot and she's in quite a lot of pain and the bruising's coming out.
I've just got a gym club. Sorry mate, I've got something's coming on radio. I think someone's hurt themselves. Oh. Sorry, be 2 seconds. Sophie, what's up? Someone hurt themselves?
Yeah, the sled's gone over Brooks' foot. We're in the seating area. Is there anyone available to bring an ice pack over?
I shit it. I thought someone was on fire outside. Someone was just pouring petrol on themselves. I thought, what is it that's happened that's made Claire run? What's on? There's an asteroid coming down towards Earth.
You're like, I can't hear you. I was like, I'm trying. Has she just brought ice out? I thought it was an ice pack. Has she just brought a cup of ice? Oh, she's got a pack.
Wow. That was an amazing throw. Yeah, Sophie. Can we tonight at around about 1 a.m. scheduled to send a photo of the sled to her, so it wakes her up and she's like, ah! PTSD, flashbacks, yeah. Right, I'm going to go back to doing serious stuff. Right.
So me and Claire were, for 2 days solid, trying to sort between facts and who's done this and who's done that, and it's just such hard work, and it drains you. Like, it's full on draining, having to make decisions that you know affect other teams, but you know that if they're right in what they're saying, they deserve the points back. So you're constantly going through these issues. And it's down to stuff like this. So when they had the running one round the track, so the buy-in was a sled pull, and then they all went round the track and they dropped off, etc. We had so many people coming in and saying that their time was wrong. And we're not one of these event companies that doesn't listen to stuff. We give everything that comes in, we give it its due course of investigation and time and try and come up with a result for it. We lost over 2 hours on this one, going back and forth, probably annoyed some of our judges by questioning whether they were doing stuff right when they were. And it ended up coming down to the resolution that what was happening was they were timing themselves on the watches, and they weren't doing the buy-in on that time. So they did the sled pull, and then when they set off on the track, they started the watches. And then when they came back, after all that, that's where their little complaints were coming off, because they were like, well, we did it in this time. And we were like, how are so many judges getting this wrong? But it wasn't, it's just that they weren't like allowing for the thing. So we lost over 2 hours worth of work and time for me and Claire over athletes being idiots. And just doing stuff wrong, not listening to the workout, but because we care and we do stuff right and we investigate everything, that took 2.5 hours, over 2 hours of our day out of us, of our admin time, which really affects the other stuff that you've got to be getting on with.
You do it, and I was like, what the hell did he drop? Thank you very much. Like Excalibur sword, nice and broken now. Yeah. Just dried off. Thank you very much. You got a question, are you? Just nervous. But when something happens, whether it's causing drama, you have to kind of roll with it on that, because if the first heat's got away with dropping the barbell, which is what they've just said, and then you change it so they're not allowed to, you've changed it across the category.
I'm here to get what I came for. An open invitation to bring slaughter. I bring precipitations and clean water. Since a teen, I was deemed a supreme author. You should feel what I came in this game for. You could keep your bad bitch in your Range Rover. I drew up the blueprint for the takeover. Made a couple little flips, now the game over. 15 seconds, running laps around the city, don't wait on me. This here's why these fuck boys hate on me. Cause my wordplay so birthday, piece of cake. Ground break, my flow on earthquake. Man, I'm trying to get my pockets on Earth Day. Bitch, I'm trying to go green in the work one.
So another thing that happened at Trinity is, so I had the hire van. It was a Luton van, and it was hired in my name. So when you hire the van, you say, I'm the one who's going to be driving it, blah, 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 blah. So I had this van. And then Rick had actually purchased some equipment from Wolverson, the new assault bikes that they were showcasing at the event. He bought 8 of them, and he was like, oh, they're not going to fit back on the Arctic back to the unit because it was so full with all the mats. He said, can you just nip them back to my gym, which is only 40-ish minutes away, and can you just get that van, nip them back to the gym? I'll send a lad from my gym with you, who shall not be named. He can help you get them off the other end. It'll only take you like an hour and a half there and back, it'll be fine. I was like, right, okay. So I loaded these assault bikes onto the van. We drove over to Graft, which is Halifax, so like I said, 40 minutes away from Leeds. And it's quite a tight entrance to the gym here. So I thought, I'm not gonna try and reverse in, because these Luton vans are really quite hard to manoeuvre and they don't have parking sensors or anything like that. So I thought, I'll just park it like parallel to the gym, we'll open the shutter and we'll just walk them around the corner. And the lads who was with me was like, yeah, okay, we'll do that. So I reversed into the gym. I'd made a bit of an error. I hadn't timed the turn right, and it was just a little bit wonky. And he went, oh, so I'll do it for you. You go and unlock the gym, I'll do it for you. I was like, right, okay. Willingly just gave him the keys, thought I trust him, got out of the car, got out of the van, sorry, went to unlock the unit, and then I just heard, and I was like, Oh my God. I turned around, I don't know what he had done, but say this is the stone wall corner to the gym. The van was just like that on it. And then I looked at him, and then it was one of those situations where he had to make it worse to get out. So then he had to drive forward again, which then put the scratch in the completely opposite direction. And it made quite a big mess at the side of the van. The van, which I'd signed my life away for, and it was £1,000 excess for any damage on the business card, but I was still like, oh. So he took out the van and was like, oops. And then started taking these assault bikes off. So I was thinking, oh my God, how am I going to tell Rick? And then all the way back, I was panicking. We tried to clean it up, but then it was really obvious that just one part of the van was sparkling clean and the rest was dirty. So then we had to clean the whole of the van to make it look like the scratch wasn't there. I spent the whole time panicking about this £1,000 fine. And then, so I told Rick, he wasn't best pleased, but he understood that things like this happen. And I said to him, look, I know I shouldn't have given the person who shall not be named the keys, but I would have thought in this situation, would you rather me park or him park? And he was like, I probably would have chose him. So I was like, there we go.
Across the whole weekend, really, it ran pretty smoothly for an event. Everything went well, the workouts were good, people enjoyed them.
Saturday went like really well. Sunday went amazing. We did the pool event that everyone was having a bit of a whinge about and this, that and the other beforehand, but the feedback from a lot, again, just like the brick push last year, was that they actually really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say everybody did, but I'm going to get that with every workout. It doesn't matter, like going back to Ragnarok with the body weight on a barbell. You're always going to get whingers. It's always not going to be in someone's wheelhouse, but that's the point in CrossFit. It's be prepared for everything.
So Rep It Out is my personal favourite competition of the year.
There's been a major increase of athletes that are into the qualifiers. We increase the finals positions as well, so we can get more people on the floor and on the actual day.
Rep It Out is more the one that the girls just do themselves, so I don't get too involved. I think Rep It Out will have been the first one for Josie, who's like the new member of the team, so she went over to learn a bit about setup.
Where am I talking at you or at the camera? Okay.
So on Saturday, we had a little issue with the system that we used for the competition. So the heat lists only pulled through for workout 1, despite being there and all fine on Friday night.
For workout 2, Aritas has decided to completely revert all the heats. So everybody's in a different heat and different lane for every workout all day on Aritas.